cinnamon that could be in your cupboard. What you need to know. And grab those umbrellas and raincoats. You're going to need them today. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5:59 on Wednesday, March 27th. Happy Hump Day. Let's check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, what are we going to be seeing later today?
We have rain pushing in right now, Jessica, and we'll likely see periods of rain on and off throughout the day today. So a very unsettled middle part of the week, but then the weather gets much better as we head toward the end of the week and into the weekend. So we just got to get through today for the most part. Light rain is already pushed into Yakima, also Hanford, Prosser. It's on our doorstep here in the Tri-Cities, and it will continue to work its way from west to east this morning. So grab that umbrella before heading out. You will certainly need it at some point throughout the day today whenever you're going to be outside. Temperatures are in the 30s and 40s, but they are starting to rise a little bit more. 43 in the Tri-Cities, 45 in Prosser, 41 Walla Walla, still holding on to the upper 30s in Yakima. So as you head out the door, you'll definitely need the jacket. It's a chilly start, and it's going to stay cool, unseasonably cool all day because of the clouds and the rain. And you can put away the sunglasses today, grab that umbrella instead. So as you're heading out for your morning drive, you'll likely need the windshield wipers, and you'll need the windshield wipers this evening as well. So you may want to add a little bit of extra travel time to your morning and evening commutes if you can. We'll have a full look at that Easter weekend, which is looking very nice, coming up in a little bit. Jessica, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. In crime news, the Adams County Sheriff's Office is searching for two people from Kennewick who they believe are involved in a series of crimes in the area. 25-year-old Tyler Schneider and 28-year-old Jamie Moran are wanted for suspicion of burglary, vehicle theft, arson, and other crimes. In the Adams County area, authorities say the two worked with others in stealing cars and break-ins in the Othello area. If you know where they are, call the Adams County Sheriff's Office at the number on your screen, and you can remain anonymous. And two other people have been arrested in connection to these crimes. 21-year-old Maya Lancaster of the Tri-Cities area and 37-year-old Dexter Wallace from Othello were arrested on suspicion of burglary, car theft, arson, and other crimes that are associated with these cases. According to the Sheriff's Office, Lancaster was arrested for possession of a stolen vehicle after a car crash near Ritzville. Wallace was arrested after a law enforcement chase involving Washington State Patrol from Ritzville to Lincoln County. Authorities say they have evidence that all four people are connected to multiple break-ins in the Othello area and even tracked a stolen car to the area out of Pasco. If you have any information on these crimes, call the Sheriff's Office at the number on your screen. The Benton County Prosecutor's Office says 28-year-old Brandon Jones has been found guilty of 11 counts of first-degree rape, 6 counts of first-degree robbery, and 4 counts of attempted first-degree robbery. Jones attacked victims across Richland and Kennewick before being arrested in May of 2022. Many of those victims were sex workers. His sentencing date is forthcoming. And now to an update in a homicide investigation in Walla Walla County. The Sheriff's Office says a man who was found dead on Mill Creek Road Monday has been identified as 27-year-old Michael Gonzalez of Walla Walla. The Sheriff's Office has not released information on the manner of death at this time. And the Grant County Sheriff's Office says it's investigating after a man was found dead in a car on State Route 17 Monday night. A WSP trooper found the man and say drug paraphernalia was found in the car, which may have led to his death. Authorities say it's being investigated as a controlled substance homicide, which means the person who sold the man drugs could be charged in connection. His identity has not yet been released. Now to an update you'll only see here. Monday on Good Morning Northwest, we brought you the story of a Kennewick woman whose 2 Rottweilers were shot and killed by deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office met the owner, and after the meeting, the owner talked with our very own Monique Ledesma on the outcome.
We were originally told that the meeting would be public, but hours before it was supposed to happen, reporters were told we would not be allowed inside. I spoke with attendees after the meeting about what happened. Why do you think that they denied us access into entering with you guys and to listening what they had to say?
I have no idea. That's a great question because we were more than happy to have you guys in there.
Heather Watson attended the private meeting with Swanson, the dog owner, and this is how they said they were feeling after the meeting was over.
Very angry. Very angry. They're trying to get extra funding. They want to hire more officers, but my question is, hire more officers for what? To go out and shoot dogs? There needs to be accountability. They need to explain why this happened, why they chose to do this, and how are more officers going to help prevent this from happening.
You know, I don't want my dog's death to be in vain. I mean, nothing is going to bring him back. But I just want the other animals in the community to have a chance. So that's my biggest thing.
Swanson says until this situation is over, she can't properly grieve the loss of her two dogs, Diesel and Macy.
I feel like until this is done and something happens, I don't get a chance to finally just grieve and put my dogs to rest.
Swanson says she has a message for all pet owners.
The thing I learned from this is if you have a dog and they're wearing a collar, put an Apple tag on them because it's a GPS and you can get to them before anybody else does and you know exactly where your dogs are at.
Swanson says she still needs to appear in court on April 23rd to defend her surviving dog, Tank. The sheriff's office has labeled him an aggressive dog and will continue to bring you updates on this story, and Monique will keep us updated. And we have learned that during yesterday's Benton County Board of Commissioners regularly scheduled meeting, members of the public from all around the county and even beyond showed up to speak out about what happened to those dogs.
My name is Danielle Prescott. I was born and raised in Benton County and then lived and worked here my entire life. I've raised Rottweilers for 25 years. Some were raised from puppies, one was dumped, two were adopted from Tri-Cities Animal Shelter as adults. It's hard for me to not be emotional about the remarks and the laughter and the smiling proud face of Deputy Ashley Guillen after the dogs had been shot are epically alarming to me. Concerning and alarming. Anyone with a heartbeat should be offended by this and the lack of empathy.
My name is Chris Romley. Kind of watching all of this that's going on, and it's really starting to scare me what's happening. We have plenty of people that they could have called for help. They could have called West Richland, and the ACO there probably would have come and helped them. But instead, we had two people make.
The comments lasted for more than an hour. Commissioners responded by saying more funding is needed for animal control. And the Washington Poison Center is warning people to throw away a half-dozen brands of cinnamon because they could be contaminated with lead. If you take a look at your screen, the FDA found unsafe levels of lead in these cinnamon products, which are mostly sold online or at discount stores like Family Dollar. Lead exposure can be especially dangerous for kids. The Poison Center says if you've used one of these brands recently, you may need to contact your family doctor to talk about getting blood tests. In Pasco, the city is looking for vendors to join its Cinco de Mayo parade and festival. The city is looking for vendors who are excited to share their craft with the community and showcase their products, as well as connecting with the community and taking part in the celebration. The parade and festival takes place the 4th and 5th of May this year. You can find more information on our website, Apple Valley News Now, and you can also find out how you can get involved. The community is also invited to an open house to give your thoughts on a potential new downtown Pasco Transit Center. This is happening tonight at 6 o'clock at the Mid-Columbia Library's Pasco branch. Right now, the placement of the new center will be at the vacant former bank site on North 11th Avenue between Clark Street and Bonneville Street. Ben Franklin Transit purchased the lot 2 years ago. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, it's a deal that has been years in the making. If you have a Visa or MasterCard, we'll tell you about the deal that has been made in regards to fees and making paying it off much easier. We'll be back with details after the break.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. With the rain and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is a sign you'll want in your yard.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
Sick.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Get as low as 2.25% APR for 48 months on a new Toyota Tundra. Or lease a new Tundra for just $539 per month.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest 16-page savings book. Pick up a copy in-store today. Save $6 on ExxonMobil 5-quart synthetic oil. Member price $22.99. Savory Prime 32-ounce chicken pet jerky is just $14.99. Campbell's Family Size Soup is 2 for $5. And pick up PMC 223 55-grain ammo for just $9.49. Find these savings and more in our latest savings book at Bi-Mart. Northwest employee-owned for 20 years.
There's no other word quite like home. Not house, not residence, not dwelling. Because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you do one more lap around the park. Or make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging. And that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
Stacy Lee, she's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Welcome back. In business news, paying with a credit card could soon get easier thanks to a historic new agreement on swipe fees. Reporter Andrew Dimbert says this kind of deal has been years in the making.
It's being called one of the largest antitrust settlements in U.S. history, and it could affect the way you pay at your favorite store. Visa and MasterCard have struck a $30 billion deal with retailers after years battling over the fees the two companies charge every time you swipe your credit card. This deal lowers those fees.
It limits the amount of interchange or swipe fees that Visa and MasterCard can charge merchants and retailers for a period of 5 years.
And while stores, not shoppers, pay those fees right now, stores often pass those costs on to customers or simply require cash payments only.
They should make it easier to pay with a credit card, because what they will do now is probably not charge a surcharge on top of the price, but give discounts for those issuers and banks and networks that give them a better deal.
And if you're worried about the deal affecting your credit card points, you can relax, at least for now.
This deal does not hurt consumers from a reward perspective, but some of the other regulations that are in front of the government right now could basically wash away and wipe away all credit card reward programs.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
The deal isn't done yet. It requires court approval, which will likely take months. And Dollar Tree is raising the maximum price on store items from $5 to $7. CEO Rick Drayling says this is due to a wealthier customer base. 3 years ago, the company raised the base price of items to $1.25. This past June, it set a new cap at $5, and Dollar Tree reported a net loss of more than $1.7 billion in the quarter ending February 3rd. In response, it announced plans to close nearly 1,000 stores. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the latest on the search for survivors in the Baltimore bridge collapse, why authorities believe it could now be a recovery. And it's going to be rainy across the region. Temperature is 43 right now and is clear now, but it will come later. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will let us know just how later in that full forecast. We'll be right back with that.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Spectrum Internet delivers with fast and reliable speeds nationwide, so there's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Now get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and a Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Visit Spectrum.com or call 844-242-1479. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security and privacy for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 with advanced Wi-Fi and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited free for 12 months. Start saving today. Go to Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, call 844-242-1479, or scan to call now.
Right now, countless American women are facing medical conditions without even knowing. Silent threats. And that's why this morning, GMA with a vital breaking new health series for women. Watch this, only on Good Morning America.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
Women say that the shower is the only place they get me time. Now, if you are me, you don't even get me time there.
Next live, Maya Rudolph and Ted McGinley.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back. It has been a very dry month so far, but we're going to add some rain to these totals as we go throughout the morning and afternoon hours today. So let's give you that March monthly update. So far, with the rain we saw this weekend, Tri-Cities has seen 0.18 of an inch, so we're almost a half an inch below average. Yakima saw a half an inch of rain, and that puts us on par for where we should be for this time of year. Walla Walla, almost a half an inch so far this month, but we're down over an inch at this point. In Hermiston, about 0.3 of an inch, so we're about 0.3 of an inch below average. Now here's the latest drought monitor. This was updated last Thursday. It updates every Thursday, so we'll get a new one tomorrow and we'll be able to show you that. But you can see the abnormally dry areas really along the Blue Mountains and the foothills of the Blues, and also along the east slopes, not coast, of the Cascades. So we'll likely see the highest rain totals today and tonight along the foothills of the Blues, and those are the areas that need the precipitation the most. So let's show you where the rain is falling right now. It's currently falling in Ellensburg and Yakima. We have light rain being reported there. Prosser and Hanford, Tri-Cities, no rain just yet. We're in the process of moistening up that atmosphere as the clouds continue to thicken and lower. So grab that umbrella before heading out, even if it's not raining, because you will likely need it at some point throughout the day today. Here's our next system, starting to move closer to the coastline. We have a warm front that will be pushing through today and a cold front behind it. So we're not going to really cool things down. It's just going to provide a mechanism for additional showers throughout the day today. As we go hour by hour, at 7 o'clock, we have light rain, which is pretty widespread across the region. Shouldn't slow you down too much, but you will likely need the umbrella and the windshield wipers. The rain continues through much of the afternoon. Computer models are hinting that by the evening drive, we may start to dry things out. Hermiston over toward Yakima. Tri-Cities will keep its chance in, but notice where the heaviest of the rain is right along the foothills of the Blues. So we're talking about Pendleton, Walla Walla. It's likely going to be a wet evening commute for you as temperatures top out in the mid and upper 50s. Overall, a cool day, not nearly as breezy as yesterday, though. Tonight, we have those showers continuing during the early evening, and then once we get past midnight, things start to quiet down. We'll turn mostly cloudy, and temperatures will be dropping back down into the 30s, close to 39, 40 degrees in the Tri-Cities, and we're closer to the freezing mark across the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. Now, that upper-level storm system remains overhead tomorrow, so we'll start off dry, but with some instability developing, we could see these showers popping up on and off through the afternoon hours. Wouldn't be surprised if we even heard a few rumbles of thunder, but we're not expecting any severe weather. How much rain are we talking? Not a lot for the Yakima Valley or the Columbia Basin, unfortunately. A tenth to about quarter of an inch. Here are the highest totals, likely between a half an inch and 3/4 of an inch, maybe some isolated locations that are a little bit higher. 7-day forecast showing that we got to get past today, then tomorrow just a slight chance for a shower or two in the afternoon. And then it's looking great. Look at that nice warm up, getting close to 70 Easter Sunday, but still chilly in the morning for those egg hunts. Yakima 54 today, 56 tomorrow. We're still in the 50s Friday, but we'll see more sun with plenty of 60s this weekend, 70s next week. Walla Walla will keep those chances for widespread showers in the forecast tomorrow as well. A couple of showers possible Friday, 61 Easter Sunday, and Hermiston drying out with 60s returning tomorrow, 67 on Sunday. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And now we go to your national headlines. The Coast Guard called off its search and rescue at the site of the Baltimore Bridge collapse, saying the conditions underwater are too dangerous for divers. Reporter Perry Russum says rescuers are dealing with low visibility, sharp objects, and strong currents.
This morning, the Coast Guard suspending its search for the missing in Baltimore's Patapsco River.
We do not believe that we're going to find any of these individuals still alive.
Rescue crews have been looking for 6 people in the mangled metal of Key Bridge, brought down by a cargo ship early Tuesday morning. Moments before the collision, it appears black smoke was rising from the ship as the lights on board went out.
Hold all traffic on the Key Bridge. There's a ship approaching has just lost their steering.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore says the crew on board notified authorities they lost power.
I'm thankful for the folks who once the warning came up and once notification came up that there was a mayday, who literally by being able to stop cars from coming over the bridge, these people are heroes.
ABC News obtaining records showing Dolly was inspected in June. Issues were found with propulsion and auxiliary machinery concerning gauges and thermometers. President Biden says he will move heaven and hell to rebuild the bridge.
It's my intention that the federal government will pay for the entire cost of reconstructing that bridge, and I expect the Congress to support my effort.
Investigators say they're planning on going on the ship at some point to investigate what happened. That could happen today. We're still waiting to learn the names and stories of those who died. And life is about to change dramatically for one lucky person who bought a winning Mega Millions ticket in New Jersey. According to the lottery, one ticket has won an estimated $1.13 billion jackpot. That's the 5th largest grand prize in the game's history. The lottery says the ticket holder could opt for the full jackpot in annual payments or take an estimated $537.5 million lump sum payment. And this is the first Mega Millions jackpot won this year. You still have another chance this week to win big. Wednesday's Powerball drawing offers an estimated $865 million jackpot, and that will be today. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, it's Wednesday, and that means it's time for Operation Best Friend. We'll tell you all about the gentle giant Neo and why he should be your new best friend.
This is Ford Truck Month with amazing offers across an amazing lineup of Ford trucks. Get to Ford Truck Month. Lock in a 6-year rate. Get 1.9% for $72 on a 2023 F-150 only at your local Ford dealer.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Get $5,000 total value on Silverado, LTZ, and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
See your community Chevy dealers.
Good news. For years, Washington Realtors embraced some of the most consumer-friendly practices in the nation, putting fairness and transparency at the heart of the home buying process, providing clients with the duties of their real estate broker in the transaction, along with a written agreement explaining the cost of brokerage services, and receiving and signing this agreement up front. Now, these principles are not just industry standard, they're state law. Transparency in real estate, brought to you by Washington Realtors. Is your broker a realtor?
Before you head for the slopes, catch the Apple Valley News Now Northwest Ski Report. It's on air during weather, online at applevalleynewsnow.com or on our mobile app. The Northwest Ski Report from Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Schweitzer Mountain Resort in Sandpoint, Idaho.
This is Ford Truck Month with amazing offers across an amazing lineup of Ford trucks. Get to Ford Truck Month. Lock in a 6-year rate. Get 1.9% for 72 on a 2023 F-150 only at your local Ford dealer.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
This morning's Operation Best Friend is all about a gentle giant named Neo. We're talking today with the Pitbull Pen. Take a look.
I'm Elizabeth Norman, and I'm with the Pitbull Pen Dog Rescue. And today we have Neo, and Neo is a 4-year-old Great Pyrenees. He's very friendly, happy-go-lucky. He can be selective with some other dogs, but he is human-friendly. He's been very friendly with me today, so I think that's a pretty good gauge of how he would do with strangers. Neo is a little bit of a higher energy breed, so he needs work. That doesn't necessarily mean he has to go out jogging 2 miles a day, but he would be great at nose work, anything that stimulates his brain, and physical dog sports, or just simply getting out to walk and explore the neighborhood and go for a good sniff walk. Again, anything that gets his brain working is also very good for his needs. Neo, as well as many of our other dogs, are going to be at a meet and greet this Saturday, March 30th. And it's going to be at 950 Aaron Drive in Richland. And we're also going to be having a Easter egg hunt with dog treats and eggs for your dogs, and that will be a $5 suggested donation. And Neo will come complete with a $50 gift card to Paws Pet Emporium to help with his initial startup of supplies.
Neo looks like such a sweetheart. What a cutie. Well, coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a budget shortfall is hitting the Yakima School District. What this means for staffing and students in the coming school year. Emily Goodell with that report next. And the Hermiston City Council makes a decision on recreational pot. We'll be right back with details on that.
I've been with US Cellular for years now, and I think I'm their biggest fan. They asked me to tell you about their special customer event, Us Days. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers.
Us Days at US Cellular. Get up to $1,200 to upgrade to any new phone.
The average cost of hearing aids is nearly $5,000, but now you can buy a full pair of rechargeable, wireless, nearly invisible, easy to use, and comfortable hearing devices for only $99. But only from Audient.
It's easy to use.
They're small.
A pair of $99 Audient Atoms can be sold over the phone without having to see a doctor or audiologist. Call to order.
1-800-617-3809.
Take me to Lookout Point.
Okay, navigating to Lookout Point.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $750 purchase allowance on most 2024 Cadillac models.
Everybody wants to talk about it.
Are you sure you want this?
We deserve this.
Big trauma coming into the back lot.
You could get me out of this, right?
I am scrubbing in.
I'm leaving you in very capable hands.
I have 5 rules.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select Kubota tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
Boom. Chocolate milk.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
US Cellular, built for us.
Want free college or career training? It's possible. Go to wogrant.org.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, the budget shortfall is hitting the Yakima School District hard. Emily Goodell has what this means for the students and staff. In Washington, Governor Inslee signs a bill into law in the name of a Pasco bus driver who was killed while doing his job. Plus, get ready for a wet Wednesday. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6:30 on Wednesday, March 27th. Happy Hump Day. Let's check in now on your forecast, on your wet forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. It's not wet just yet, but Tiffany, when are we going to start seeing that rain?
We're actually starting to see the rain push into our western areas, and now in the Tri-Cities, taking a look outside of our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam in Richland, it looks like the street is a bit damp there and the sidewalks as well. So it looks like we're starting to see a little bit of light rain impacting the Tri-Cities, and this will continue to increase in coverage as we go throughout the rest of the morning and into the afternoon hours. And you can see on our first alert radar that the rain is falling in Yakima, Prosser, Hanford, and now in Tri-Cities. Hermiston, not yet. Pendleton, Walla Walla, still waiting on that rain. So if you live across some of our easternmost communities, you may get off with a dry commute this morning, but the rain will be pushing in over the next few hours. The rest of us starting off in the low and middle 40s. It is a chilly start out there and damp with that rain falling. So the kids will need the rain jacket. Recess will probably be indoors today. I'm thinking for many kids with that rain falling, temperatures rising only into the upper 50s for highs thanks to the rain and the cloud cover. Once we get through today, the forecast is going to improve big time by the upcoming weekend. We'll have your full Easter weekend forecast. We'll also talk about those mountain reports, which are changing since I last showed it to you, coming up in a couple of minutes. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And with the district facing a massive budget shortfall, the Yakima School Board has approved a plan to reduce expenses by $20 million. Our very own Emily Goodell tells us it's not just cuts to programs and services, but to over 100 jobs.
Union leaders tell me some position cuts couldn't have been avoided, but they believe had the district taken action sooner, they might be having to let go fewer employees. Yakima School District enrollment peaked in the 2017 to 18 school year at 16,233 students, but dropped during the pandemic when kids switched to homeschool or private school.
And all of a sudden we're missing all these students. Oh, they're going to come back. They're going to come back. And they did not.
Enrollment dropped 9% over 6 years. The district had less state funding, but they kept on hiring more people. 9% more certified staff like teachers, counselors, and librarians, and 18% more classified staff like bus drivers and paraeducators. The district says they kept hiring because they expected students to come back. Plus, they had McCleary settlement money and one-time federal pandemic relief funds to help keep staffing up. But the union says they were pushing forward when they should have been cutting back.
Even last year, they hired 104 certified staff when they knew they were going to have to make corrections this year.
More than 100 employees, including counselors, paraeducators, assistant principals, all out of a job come next school year. Green says had the educational and operations levy not passed earlier this year, it would have been worse.
Instead of reducing 20 million, we would have been reducing 58.5 million.
The youngest and newest hires will be the first to go.
Started out their career, and now basically have had the rug pulled out from them, which is very scary.
But not all cuts coming from the bottom.
We recognize the devastating impact of what is currently happening to many individuals, but we have actually been reducing administrative staff since January.
But not reducing salaries. The union says Superintendent Trevor Green is one of the highest paid superintendents in the state, making about $375,000 a year in 2023.
How many beginning teachers that could that money support if, his salary was in range even with the school districts similar in size around him?
Green says the administrative budget is already down with the cut of 2 assistant superintendent positions. And when it comes to concerns about salaries or budgets,
I would certainly invite anybody that has questions to participate in the school board or to reach out and schedule a meeting with me individually.
The union says it gives the district credit for trying to not take teachers out of classrooms. But the union says the layoffs will still mean larger class sizes, less support for those who need it, and extra pressure on teachers.
It's just going to put more stress on the system itself, which when you do that, it definitely bleeds down to affect the students in the classroom.
This week, the district will be notifying those employees who are at risk of being laid off. They will be able to work up through the end of August, but as for what happens next, that's up to them. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. In Oregon, the Hermiston City Council has voted against putting cannabis sales on the upcoming November ballot. In a 7-1 vote, the council decided they won't take action on submitting a commercial marijuana measure. During the 2-hour meeting Monday, members of the public spoke out for and against the idea. Back in 2017, voters approved a local ban on commercial sales despite a statewide measure which legalized pot sales in 2014. Officials with the Hermiston School District say this would be dangerous to middle and high school students, while proponents say this will bring more tax money for the city of Hermiston. There is one more way to get this issue on the November ballot. Citizen petitions are open to residents, and if someone gets a total of 1,625 signatures from locals before June 7th, voters could then ultimately decide. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, new gun control laws in Washington, what Governor Inslee has signed into law, and what gun owners will be required to do if they are a victim of crime. Stick with us. We'll be back after this.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo.
You're not just a number there, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
Max, what are you thinking?
Grandpa told me to mark down the prices.
Hartley, what are you doing?
Grandpa told me to test out the beds.
My brother and sister are crazy, but so is my grandpa. I love coming to our family furniture store, Meredith Furniture, because I get to take naps on all of the Beauty Rest beds. But the main reason most of you guys come into Meredith Furniture is for all the great prices on Beauty Rest mattresses. Meredith Furniture on South First and Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Hey Ham Fam! Easter is March 31st and Honey Baked Ham is your Easter dinner headquarters. Bring home our famous slow-smoked, fully cooked spiral-cut hams, dripping with our handcrafted, mouth-watering glaze. At Honey Baked Ham, we have your complete meal with a host of delicious sides and decadent desserts ready for you to bring home. Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard in the Planet Fitness Shopping Center. Give us a call or order online at myhoneybakedstore.com. Put a Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
Save now at Bi-Mart with our latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. Save more store-wide on everything you need for spring and more at Bi-Mart. Northwest employee-owned for 20 years.
The news you care about most happens close to home.
Families, schools, safety.
We got it covered. Plus, see what's coming and how it will affect you.
We're Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
On your side.
We're Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Women say that the shower is the only place they get me time. Now, if you are me, you don't even get me time there.
Next live, Maya Rudolph and Ted McGinley.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. Washington now has even more gun control laws after yesterday's bill signing by Governor Inslee. One of the most significant requires owners to report it within 24 hours if their guns are lost or stolen. If you don't, you could face a $1,000 fine. The governor also signed a new law that will allow law enforcement to destroy guns that are confiscated by State Patrol or purchased through gun buyback programs, and one that bans people from carrying guns at libraries, zoos, aquariums, and public transit facilities unless you have a concealed carry license. The governor also signed a new law offering more protection to school bus drivers across our state, and we'll talk about the law's ties to the Tri-Cities coming up later. Governor Inslee also signed a law making it a crime to trespass on a school bus, as we were just mentioning. The new law makes it a crime for anybody to knowingly and maliciously get onto a school bus or cause a substantial interruption to services. The law is named after Richard Lenhart, a Pasco school bus driver, violently attacked on his bus in front of elementary-aged children going home from school in 2021. Lenhart died of his injuries.
He was a very, very loved person. I heard so many good things about him after this tragedy. You would be very proud of what he did.
We are honored by all of this, and he would be very humbled by all of this. Yeah. But I know he would be very proud that this is being done and that you're signing this.
We're glad you're here.
The original proposal would have made it a felony to trespass on a school bus, but there was concern that teens could be convicted under the new law and left with felony records. State lawmakers lowered the crime to a gross misdemeanor instead. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, what the EPA is doing to try and help the air quality in Yakima. But first, keep those umbrellas handy today. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will let you know when that rain is coming in that first alert full forecast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Ready to bring your dream countertop to life? At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Richland or Walla Walla Floor & Home.
This Thursday through Saturday only, it's the 3-day sale at Furniture Row. And that means the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. You'll find great deals store-wide, like the Bond panel bed, only $6.99, the 5-piece Largo dining set for only $9.99, and check out the Keaton sofa for just $9.98. Save up to $400 on Doctor's Choice Elite adjustable mattress sets. Plus, 4 years, no interest. But hurry, the 3-day sale at Furniture Row ends Saturday the 30th.
When a rookie stunt driver meets the trainer who thought he'd seen it all. Again. There's bound to be action. But this is no ordinary blockbuster. It's a Nissan sales event ad, so you better act fast. Don't miss your chance to drive away in a new Nissan. Let's roll. Hurry into the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue, or get 2.9% financing for 36 months on Frontier.
Why buy a mattress from Mattress Depot USA?
Low prices.
Every day, we beat any competitor's price.
Selection?
All sizes and
brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic.
Customer service.
Our sleep specialists average 10 years in the industry. Check out our reviews.
Comfort guarantee?
120 nights worth.
Same day delivery.
Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Local?
Born here, live here.
Come see us today.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Looking for a car with more room for adventure? Make your presence known when you drive away in a new 2024 Kia Sportage LX. With all-wheel drive from Overturf Kia, you'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock, now $29,790. Plus, get 4.99% interest for up to 72 months. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
Next ET.
This is the new Dr. Phil set.
This is the new Dr. Phil set.
Our Texas size exclusive with Dr. Phil, welcoming his new TV era.
Go big or go home.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Ready to bring your dream kitchen floor to life? At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Richland or Walla Walla Floor & Home.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back. It has started to rain in the Tri-Cities. Notice how the pavement and the sidewalks damp out of our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam in Richland. So you will need the rain gear as you head out early this morning. The rain is very light at this time, but will become more widespread across the rest of the region over the next few hours. And you can see where it's currently raining. Tri-Cities back into Hanford, also Prosser, Yakima, up into Ellensburg. We have snow along the highest elevations of the Cascades. Hermiston, not sure if it's reaching the ground just yet, but if it isn't, it will shortly. And we have a little bit of time before that rain moves into Pendleton and Walla Walla. So bottom line is you'll need that umbrella today. If not, right now, you'll certainly need it in the next couple of hours. We have a warm front moving through, so this will be the first batch, and our second batch will arrive as we get into the afternoon hours. So here's the weather pattern. We have a very large dip in the jet stream offshore. There's our upper level system, allowing the rain to become more widespread today with a couple of inches possible along the Cascades and the Blues. Tomorrow, a few showers, maybe even some rumbles of thunder will be possible as this upper low remains overhead, but overall a drier day compared to today. Friday, we dry things out as that low shifts a little bit farther south into Northern California. Here's the updated pass reports. These just changed. Snoqualmie, it's snowing heavy at times. I just checked the camera there, and there is some snow and slush on the road, so traction tires are advised. White Pass is also snowing, and it's snowing at Stevens Pass as well, so you'll definitely need those traction tires if you are headed over the passes either this morning or later on today. And be sure to check those pass reports before going. Here's our Futurecast computer model. We have that rain pushing into Walla Walla and Pendleton shortly after 7 o'clock, I think. We may get a break in the action, but that rain returns around lunchtime and continues right through the afternoon. And for your evening drive, it may be drier across the western half of the region. However, from Tri-Cities and points east, notice how we could have some showers lingering with the heaviest of the rain right over the foothills of the Blues. Today, high temperatures kept down due to the rain and the cloud cover, highs in the mid to upper 50s. Tonight, we have those showers lingering in the early evening, and then the rain starts to taper off overnight, and we're looking at a drier period by tomorrow morning as temperatures drop back down into the 30s with us only dropping to 40 in Tri-Cities. Tomorrow we start off dry, but notice what happens during the afternoon with that upper level system overhead. We start to get these spotty afternoon showers, and we could even hear a few rumbles of thunder since we may have a little bit of instability to work with. How much rain are we talking? Despite the wet weather around, we're not talking about a lot in the rain gauge, about a tenth, maybe a quarter of an inch across much of the Columbia Basin over toward the Yakima Valley. The winners here with the rainfall will likely be along the foothills of the Blues. They can end up with a half an inch, maybe even 3/4 of an inch. And those areas needed the most, they're categorized as abnormally dry in our latest drought monitor. 7-day forecast showing that slight chance for some pop-up showers tomorrow. And then look at that. Plenty of 60s. Easter Sunday looking great, 68. 70s return as we begin spring break. How perfect. 54 in Yakima today, 56 with a slight chance for a few showers tomorrow. And then those 60s return just in time for the holiday weekend. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. Washington State's air quality is hit hard during wildfire season, but the Yakima Valley struggles with poor air quality even in the winter months. That's why the EPA has launched a mobile air quality lab they call WeaveCom to travel across the valley taking samples. Using state-of-the-art equipment, researchers will be able to study the harmful fine particulate, the matter in the air, to try to figure out why it's higher even out of the fire season. The study is a joint effort between the EPA, the Washington Department of Ecology, Yakima Regional Clean Air Agency, and the Yakima Nation. And we'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, here's a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:51. We'll get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with the look at this morning's top stories. Starting off, the Adams County Sheriff's Office is searching for two people from Kennewick who they believe are involved in a series of crimes in the area. 25-year-old Tyler Schneider and 28-year-old Jamie Moran are wanted for suspicion of burglary, vehicle theft, arson, and other crimes in the Adams County area. Authorities say the two worked with others in stealing cars and break-ins in the Othello area. If you know where they are, call the Adams County Sheriff's Office at the number on your screen, and you can remain anonymous. The Benton County Prosecutor's Office says 28-year-old Brandon Jones has been found guilty of 11 counts of first-degree rape, 6 counts of first-degree robbery, and 4 counts of attempted first-degree robbery. Jones attacked victims across Richland and Kennewick before being arrested in May of 2022. Many of those victims were sex workers. His sentencing date is forthcoming. The Washington Poison Center is warning people to throw away a half-dozen brands of cinnamon because they could be contaminated with lead. If you take a look at your screen, the FDA found unsafe levels of lead in these cinnamon products, which are sold mostly online or at discount stores like Family Dollar. The Kennewick City Council selected a new city manager at a special meeting last night. Former city manager Marie Mosley retired at the end of last year after 13 years in office. Kennewick City Council appointed Erin Erdman as the new city manager. Erdman says she's excited to dive into the many exciting opportunities the city has on the horizon. The city of Pasco is looking for vendors to join their Cinco de Mayo parade and festival. They're looking for vendors who are excited to share their craft with the community and showcase their products, as well as connecting with the community and taking part in the celebration. The parade and festival takes place on the 4th and 5th of May this year. The community is also invited to an open house to give your thoughts on a potential new downtown Pasco Transit Center. This is happening tonight at 6 o'clock at the Mid-Columbia Library's Pasco branch. And right now, the replacement of the new center will be at the vacant former bank site on North 11th Avenue. That's between Clark Street and Bonneville Street. CBC's Running Start program announced funding is available for summer classes. The need-based fee waivers are available for qualifying low-income Running Start students. It covers all fees other than tuition or operating fees. Current Running Start students can register May 21st, and registration for new Running Start students starts May 29th. The Prosser Memorial Health Foundation is looking to provide scholarships for students who are getting a degree in healthcare. Applications are open for one $2,000 scholarships at Prosser, Grandview, and Kiona-Benton High Schools. One scholarship will also be offered to students outside of those three districts serviced by Prosser Memorial Health. And the second annual senior prom is happening tomorrow, and no, not for high school seniors. Active for Life is hosting the dance and dinner from 4 to 7 o'clock Thursday night at the Red Lion Hotel in Pasco for senior citizens, and the theme is Dancing Through the Decades. There's going to be dinner, dessert, a no-host bar, music, a photo booth, and casino-type games. Proceeds will go to the Walk to End Alzheimer's and local businesses and companies sponsoring the event. Tickets are $20. Life is about to change dramatically for one lucky person who bought a winning Mega Millions ticket in New Jersey. According to the lottery, one ticket has won an estimated $1.13 billion jackpot. That's the fifth largest grand prize in the game's history. The lottery says the ticket holder could opt for the full jackpot in annual payments or take an estimated $537.5 million lump sum payment. And this is the first Mega Millions jackpot won this year. You still have another chance this week to win big, as today's Powerball drawing offers an estimated $865 million jackpot.
It is a gloomy start to the day. Temperatures are in the 40s and the rain is coming down. It's light rain, but the roads are damp as we take a look at our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam in Richland. Our first alert radar showing that the rain has made it to the Tri-Cities. We're also seeing that light rain impacting Prosser, Hanford, Yakima. Whether or not it's falling in Hermiston right now, it'll do so probably very soon if it's not reaching the ground just yet, and that rain getting closer and closer to the foothills of the Blues this morning. Temperatures are currently in the 30s and 40s. We're at 43 in Tri-Cities, 41 Walla Walla, 40 degrees in Pendleton, 43 in Prosser, and 39 in Yakima. So not quite as cold as what we've seen lately. That's all thanks to the clouds and the rain. Let's take you hour by hour because this is the first batch of rain that moves through. We may get a little break in the action until around lunchtime. That's when the second batch of showers moves in, and that rain could be heavy at times, especially later today along the foothills of the Blues. Temperatures will be kept down this afternoon into the mid and upper 50s due to the clouds and the rain. Tonight we have, or early this evening I should say, some heavy downpours along the foothills of the Blues. That's where the highest totals will likely be. And then the showers start to taper off overnight, and tomorrow is looking like a drier day. But let's skip ahead. Look at this beautiful Easter forecast. 68 Tri-Cities, 67 Yakima, 61 Walla Walla with plenty of sunshine. That's what we have to look forward to. And those 60s return as early as tomorrow in Tri-Cities. Slight chance for a pop-up shower, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder. 63 on Friday, 65 on Saturday, and close to 70 as we head into Easter Sunday. Yakima 54 today. We're in the 60s by the weekend. 70s next week for spring break, and those rain chances linger into Thursday and Friday for Walla Walla. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany, and thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Your local news is back tonight at 5, and you can always find updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.